A doctor for the defense says John O'Keefe's injuries were not caused by a collision with a motor vehicle. Karen Reed has pleaded not guilty to hitting him with their SUV, resulting in his death. NBC 10's John Maroney joins us live from Norfolk Superior Court with more on this key witness. John?
Colton, that doctor was one of the last witnesses for the defense. As a result, the jury could get this case on either Friday or Monday.
Brain injuries and skull fractures due to blunt force trauma of the head.
Elizabeth LaPosada, doctor for the defense, says John O'Keefe died from a serious brain injury, but he wasn't hit by Karen Reed's SUV.
By looking at the body, I could tell that there was no evidence of impact with a vehicle.
Reed has pleaded not guilty to striking her boyfriend with her vehicle after a night of drinking. Prosecutors say O'Keefe slammed his head on the frozen ground, damaging his skull and brain. LaPosada says the wounds at the back of his head are inconsistent with the frozen yard at 34 Fairview Road.
We know it's from falling backwards and striking something hard.
Can the frozen ground be hard?
A frozen ground can be hard, but it doesn't fit the pattern in this injury.
Dr. LaPosada says O'Keefe didn't suffer from hypothermia because he had no ulcers, typical of when someone dies from the cold. She said the injuries to his arm weren't caused by a motor vehicle, but rather an animal. The defense maintains it was a dog.
Do you have an opinion as to whether or not the wounds that you see, the patterned injury that you see on Mr. O'Keefe's right arm, is consistent with an animal bite or claw marks?
Yes, it is.
Special Prosecutor Hank Brennan asked LaPosada about the criticism she received as Rhode Island's chief medical examiner after the station nightclub fire. 100 people were killed, and she was criticized at the time for staying away from the scene.
There was no need for me to go to the scene because I had my investigator there.
Dr. Andrew John Rentschler.
Accident reconstructionist Andrew Rentschler of ARCA took the stand. He's the last defense witness since Karen Reed now says she won't be testifying.
How about the jury? How have they taken it? I mean, it's coming to a close. What's your impression that
they don't seem fed up to me, I'll say that much.
Now, that crash expert for the defense will be back on the stand tomorrow. We are expecting rebuttal witnesses from the prosecution. Well, Ivan Dedham, John Maroney, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, John, thank you. And for you at home, remember, our team will continue to be your home for Karen Reed's second murder trial. As John just mentioned, we are carrying those court proceedings once again live every day on our sister station, NECN, when they pick back up, and streaming them over on our YouTube page. And then you can join us weeknights for a recap of the day's proceedings on Canton Confidential. That is coming up in just a bit at 7 o'clock.